It's work having a vagina. Guys don't think that it's work, but it is. You think it shows up like that to the event? It doesn't. Every night it's like getting it ready for its first quinceañera. Believe me. Good sex is like good bridge. If you don't have a good partner, you'd better have a good hand. We have reason to believe that man first walked upright to free his hands from masturbation. If you wear a short enough skirt, the party will come to you. Usually I'm on top to keep the guy from escaping. In my sex fantasy, nobody ever loves me for my mind. I think we can all agree that sleeping around is a great way to meet people. Women fake orgasms and men fake finances. My boyfriend and I live together, which means we don't have sex. Ever. Now that the milk is free, we've both become lactose intolerant. I like threesomes with 2 women, not because I'm a cynical sexual predator. Oh no. But because I'm a romantic. I'm looking for the one. And I'll find her more quickly if I audition 2 at a time. Publishing a sophisticated men's magazine seemed to me the best possible way of fulfilling a dream I'd been nurturing ever since I was a teenager. To get laid a lot. Skiing is better than sex actually, because for me a good round of sex might be 7 minutes. Skiing you can do for 7 hours. If I'm not interested in a woman, I'm straightforward. Right after sex, I usually say, I can't do this anymore. Thanks for coming over. It's been so long since I've had sex I've forgotten who ties up whom. If you want to get laid, go to college. If you want an education, go to the library. Women need a reason to have sex. Men just need a place. Is one expected to be a gentleman when one is stiff? I have no objection to anyone's sex life as long as they don't practice it in the street and frighten the horses. Sex appeal is 50% what you've got and 50% what people think you've got. Some things are better than sex, and some are worse, but there's nothing exactly like it. An intellectual is a person who's found one thing that's more interesting than sex. Aldous Huxley. Sex without love is merely healthy exercise. Money, it turned out, was exactly like sex. You thought of nothing else if you didn't have it and thought of other things if you did. There's nothing better than good sex. But bad sex? A peanut butter and jelly sandwich is better than bad sex. Sex. The thing that takes up the least amount of time and causes the most amount of trouble. When I'm good, I'm very good, but when I'm bad, I'm better. There are 4 basic human needs: food, sleep, sex, and revenge. Dancing is a perpendicular expression of a horizontal desire. Sex should be friendly. Otherwise, stick to mechanical toys. It's more sanitary. If a man doesn't know how to dance, he doesn't know how to make love. There, I said it. What holds the world together, as I have learned from bitter experience, is sexual intercourse. The best revenge, like the best sex, is performed slowly, and with the eyes open. Sex is like air. It's not important unless you aren't getting any. What a strange world this is when you can have as much sex as you like but love is taboo. Physics is like sex. Sure, it may give some practical results, but that's not why we do it. Everything in the world is about sex except sex. Sex is about power. Sex is always about emotions. Good sex is about free emotions. Bad sex is about blocked emotions. Boys and girls in America have such a sad time together. Sophistication demands that they submit to sex immediately without proper preliminary talk. Not courting talk. Real straight talk about souls. For life is holy and every moment is precious. The way you make love is the way God will be with you. We demand that sex speak the truth, and we demand that it tell us our truth, or rather, the deeply buried truth of that truth about ourselves which we think we possess in our immediate consciousness. When sex involves all the senses intensely, it can be like a mystical experience. The major civilizing force in the world is not religion, it is sex. Sex is about anticipation, not culmination. Everybody says sex is obscene. The only true obscenity is war. Sex is a big question mark. It is something people will talk about forever. Sex is a part of nature. I go along with nature. Sex is perfectly natural. It's something that's pleasurable. It's enjoyable and it enhances a relationship. So why don't we learn as much as we can about it and become comfortable with ourselves as sexual human beings, because we are all sexual. Sex lies at the root of life, and we can never learn to reverence life until we know how to understand sex. Sex is not the answer. Sex is the question. Yes is the answer. Sex is as important as eating or drinking, and we ought to allow the one appetite to be satisfied with as little restraint or false modesty as the other. I think it is funny that we were freer about sexuality in the 4th century BC. It is a little disconcerting. The only unnatural sex act is that which you cannot perform. My sexuality is not an inferior trait that needs to be chaperoned by emotionalism or morality. Alice Bagg. Sex is the driving force on the planet. We should embrace it, not see it as the enemy. I need more sex? Okay. Before I die, I want to taste everyone in the world. Sex is not a mechanical act that fails for lack of technique. And it is not a performance by the male for the audience of the female. It is a continuum of attraction that extends from the simplest conversation and the most innocent touching through the act of coitus. Sex is a natural function. You can't make it happen, but you can teach people to let it happen. Sex is good. Everybody does it, and everybody should. Sex is like money, only too much is enough. Sex is a two-way treat. We are all born sexual creatures, thank God, but it's a pity so many people despise and crush this natural gift. Sex, in America an obsession. In other parts of the world a fact. I live for sex. I celebrate it, and relish the electricity of it, with every fiber of my being. I can see no better reason for being alive. We don't ask when people age out of singing, or eating ice cream. Why would we stop making love? And yet another moral occurs to me now. Make love when you can. It's good for you. Sex pretty much cures everything. Sex is not only the basis of life, it is the reason for life.